Do you ever feel like you're just going through the motions at your job, wondering if there's something more meaningful or purposeful for you? If that's you, we're going to dive deeper into this topic today to help you find and build not just a job, but a career where you really have a sense of purpose and you feel fulfilled at the end of the day. I'm Rebecca.
I'm Sophie, and we have over 16 years in counting of experience in career clarity and career coaching.
We're going to talk about what it means to have purpose in your work, why it's important, and we're also going to talk about, of course, how to build a purposeful career. Sophie, what does a purposeful career mean to you?
To me, it means that what I'm doing is making a difference, and I know it's making a difference. So I think you have to get into your personal recipe. For me, I need to directly see it, and I also need to know I'm making a bigger systematic change in some way. So that's why I do like helping people one-on-one through group, is because it's direct, it's right there in front of me. I also really like working on these videos with you and getting bigger messages out to people, dipping our toe into thought leadership, because I kind of need both of that to feel purposeful.
This brings us into the next bit, which I want to touch on, which is why having purpose in your career is important. It might not be for you, and that's okay. Mm-hmm. But if you're here watching this, it probably is. And I also want to share with you about some research that's been done around this. There was a survey done by a company called Better Up of over 2,000 people in 26 different industries. They found people who have a sense of purpose and meaning in their work tend to be more satisfied, right? That's not really surprising, but they also found that people who have more meaning in their work are more likely to get things like raises and promotions. They're more productive in their work. So there are lots of benefits to having purpose at your work. And we're going to talk about how to find more of that next. We're going to share 2 ways that you can find more purpose or build more purpose for your career. The first way is to inject purpose or meaning into what you're already doing, even if it doesn't come naturally, you're not feeling that sense of purpose right now.
You told me something about a bricklayer story earlier.
This reminds me of the story that my mom used to tell us as kids about 3 bricklayers and a traveler. So there's a traveler walking along and he sees 2 bricklayers. I'm going to attempt to tell you a story about the 3 bricklayers and the traveler, if I can tell it correctly. Mm-hmm. So there's a traveler walking along and he sees 3 bricklayers. And he goes up to the first bricklayer and says, "What are you doing?" And they say, "I'm laying bricks." The traveler goes to the second bricklayer and says, "What are you doing?" And they say, "I'm building a church." The traveler then goes to the third bricklayer and says, "What are you doing?" And they say, "I'm building a cathedral."
Aww.
Is it you?
It's worth it. It's a nice story.
So this is a really nice story to showcase how you could be doing the same thing on the outside to the outside world, but be feeling a different way about it depending on how you think about it. Mm-hmm. And this can be the case when it comes to finding and creating meaning in our work, where we can take what we're doing already. Maybe we're not feeling a sense of purpose, but we can think about it. What is the sense of purpose, right? I'm getting a paycheck. That's this giving me this purpose to pay my bills or support my family. How does that feel like a sense of purpose? Or you're contributing to something greater. Maybe it's the interactions you're having with people day to day. There's a sense of purpose there and being able to bring a little bit more brightness or joy to interactions. Sophie, have you ever had to intentionally inject purpose into your work when you really weren't feeling that way naturally?
I'm a little hesitant to name a specific job with a company.
It's okay. So everything's confidential here.
Just between you and me and that too. Person. You. I was doing a project for a company, and I found that I was just in my office all day working on a report type of thing, and my mood was really dropping, and what I did is I infused into the project more interviews and quantitative data gathering, which ended up being really pivotal for the project, but then also helped me understand, okay, I'm working on this so that I could actually help people, these people that I'm talking to.
You brought a different aspect of your skill set to the work that would bring more purpose to it. That's a great point as well, on top of shifting your mindset around what you're doing, also seeing, what can you do to make something more meaningful or bring your take or approach to something that helps it feel more meaningful to you.
I think that bringing in our strengths can make a huge difference about injecting purpose into the work we do.
Absolutely. Yes. So much comes back to our strengths and injecting our strengths. So we're talking about how to build a more meaningful career. One way is to inject more purpose into what you're doing currently, which we just covered. Now we're going to talk about finding something new that feels more purposeful. For that, I'm just going to share some prompting questions for you to reflect on. First, when in the past, in your work or your life in general, have you felt purposeful? I would suggest writing out some specific examples of times where you have felt purposeful, a specific day, a conversation, an activity you were doing, a project that you took on, a trip that you did. Anything where you felt a sense of purpose, and dig into why that felt purposeful for you. And you're likely to find themes and patterns there. It might be around connecting with others. It might be helping people. It might be creating or building something that you felt like was meaningful. So that's going to give a lot of insight into when you feel purpose, and then how you could bring that into a job or your career. Second question to reflect on is, who do you see around you that is doing work that is purposeful? So if you look to other people who you admire, who's doing things that you would like to do, and then again, dig into why you find that person's work to be meaningful. The last question to help you get clarity on what kind of work will give you more meaning or purpose is thinking about what organizations or employers are out there that are doing work that you find to be meaningful or purposeful, and then looking, okay, where could I inject my skills? So at the beginning, Sophie brought up, if we're looking for her, looking at purpose, there's the day-to-day actual interaction. What are you doing? Does that feel purposeful? And then there's also the bigger picture of what you're working on and working towards. So this is the bigger picture piece, right? If you find a place where you would love to work that you think is doing really meaningful work, then you can look at, okay, where do my strengths fit into this organization? And it might not need to be directly helping people, right? It could be doing a data analyst role, but within a company that you think is doing super important work. So that's everything I have to share with you today on this topic. Do you have anything else, final words to add?
I can't believe this is free. Getting to talk to Rebecca.
We hope this helps you to find more purposeful work. We truly do. If you like this video, or you know someone looking for more purpose in their work, please like it and share this video with them. It'll help our channel to grow. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Bye.